Hello and welcome back to my RC channel. I'm Andy RC and today I'm checking out the Skytech TK110. Now I get asked a lot of questions on the channel, such as I have got a budget of $50 and I would like to buy a drone that has FPV. What should I get? And I really struggle to answer those questions because $50 is not a lot. That is, unless you already have some of the equipment required. So this model, the TK110, is a Wi-Fi FPV model. Now usually that puts a lot of people off for a couple of reasons. We are using the Wi-Fi on your phone to receive a digital video signal from the quadcopter, and that usually has a range of about 30 meters, which isn't very far. It also has a slight lag because it's converting digital to analog and then the phone is receiving it, so we have a little bit of a delay. But if you do want a quadcopter with FPV for that kind of price, then this is the kind of thing you're going to want to get. You see, otherwise FPV will be done through 5.8 gigahertz and you'd need some kind of 5.8 gigahertz monitor or some goggles, and then that starts to get expensive. Anyways, this quadcopter is interesting because it's a folding quadcopter. Now it's no surprise that we're seeing folding quadcopters at the moment, especially after the release of the Mavic. I'll just put the transmitter down here. So it has these legs here that are quite tricky to fold up, but they do fold up and it becomes quite a small model. And then we have got these buttons underneath here that sort of release the arms and it clicks into place like that. So at the bottom as well. And then up front we have got a 0.3 megapixel camera, so very low quality, I guess you would say, but it will save the footage, not on the quadcopter itself, but it screen records it on your phone at 720p, but it's probably upscaled from, I don't know, 480p or something like that. So we have a 1 cell LiPo in there. It is 850 milliamp and it's using a JST connector. So you can use a hobby grade charger to charge it, and it does come with its own charger as well. It comes with a spare set of props, a screwdriver, because you can put prop protectors on this one as well. I don't think that arm's quite locked into place there. Yeah, it's very plasticky and it's what you would expect for the price, really. So let's just put that down on the ground. By the way, you can adjust the angle of the camera, but I'm gonna have it facing forward there. And one thing that's good about this quadcopter is it has altitude hold. Now I can't comment on how it's gonna fly yet, but altitude hold means that it's got a barometer on board and it can use the differences in air pressure to guess its height, so that can be a good thing for a beginner. So that's why both of the sticks are spring loaded there. Now it is a toy grade transmitter, so it takes 4 AA batteries. There's a blooming screw in the back there, which is annoying. These are all dummy buttons here, but it does tell you here our functions. So we've got headless mode, not something that I'm a big fan of. We've got a takeoff and landing button, so that means that once we've armed it, then we can press that button, it'll do an auto takeoff and an auto land. And then we have got 2 different rates there, and then we've also got 360-degree flips as well. Now one thing I'm happy about with this transmitter is that you can switch it to mode 1, because I fly mode 1, and the way that you do that is you press in this trimmer here to the right and then turn it on, and then it says mode 1 down here, and we're in mode 1. So the next thing you have to do is they give you a QR code, and you can go and get this app via the QR code, and then we need to turn on the quadcopter, and it has a button on the top here, and hopefully that's going to turn on, and then that should create a Wi-Fi hotspot. We've got LEDs underneath here as well. So now I should be able to go into the phone here, and I should be able to select a Wi-Fi hotspot. So let's just go into the settings here, and I should be able to find it. So it's there, Sky Wi-Fi it's called there. So I'm just going to connect to that, and then it might tell me that there's no internet connection, so I might have to wait. There we go, no internet connection, and then press yes. So then I'm going to open the app. Okay, so I've opened the app there, and then I'm going to press start. Now it's asking me whether I want to use the controller to control the quadcopter or the phone. Always use the controller, because you're not going to get great range out of this, and at least you may have control. So the control range of this should be better than the control range of the app. So we want to go remote control, and then hopefully I should get some video, but I'm not getting anything at the moment. What happens if I press that? The camera is not connected. Okay, so I've reconnected it there. I think I was talking too long and it lost its connection, so I'm seeing video now. So let's go for a takeoff, and you just have to throttle up for it to do that. So let's take off. So I've gone into the higher rate. Let's see how many rates there actually are. So that's low rate, second rate. Yeah, so just the two rates there, both of them fairly docile. It's quite a windy day today, so it's getting blown around quite a lot. Nice quiet model though. Apparently it'll fly for 7 minutes, so we shall see. Video's coming through pretty clear. The field of view isn't so hot. Probably about, I don't know, 70 degrees field of view, and I'm seeing it go dark when I point to the sky. So of course, don't expect any more than a 30-meter range from the video. You'll get more out of the control. Okay, let's get a little bit of height on. I want to see what happens with that 360 flip button. So maybe I have to hold it in. Yeah, gains a little bit of height, gets a little bit unsettled, and then corrects itself. It doesn't gain a huge amount of height. There's something that happens with these Wi-Fi models, is that when you screen record, you do lose frames, and usually it doesn't sync up with the video that I'm recording line of sight, and that is usually a big pain. And if you're buying something like this to do something similar with, and you know, to bear that in mind, because it is a pain. The colours look fairly rich on the phone. I mean, it's staggering. I don't think you could actually completely stare at the phone. Now look, it's breaking up. So it says I've been flying 2 minutes 51, so it could be that it records in segments. Maybe it's coming up to 3 minutes. See if it changes. No, just been flying for 3 minutes. So it flies alright, you know. $50, you're gonna get something that flies, and you'll get some video back from it, but you know, it's a toy. It's toy grade. But the reason why I support toy grade, and a lot of people they disagree with me, but it was toy grade that got me back into this hobby. I bought the Hubsan H107L and the H107D. Proper toy grade, got me fixed. So that's why I like to review toy grade, because someone's gonna buy it and they're gonna have fun out of it, but not enough fun, and then that's when it gets expensive. No LVC yet after 4 minutes. Still going, see if I can get a shot of the estate there. I think on a calm day, which it is not now, you could get some nice footage out of this. You're not going to be using it in a feature-length movie, but who is doing that anyways? Not me. I just fly these things for fun. It's getting blown around in the wind, like a moderate wind today. I think it said it was like 7 to 10 miles per hour, and this is flying fine. And people always expect me to do punch outs, but there's not going to be much of a punch out with this model. In fact, it may hit its LVC if I do that. But let's try it anyways. Punch out. Yeah, you can see it lifts up in stages because of its barometer. So it could go faster than that, but it's limited. The same with its descent, and that is to stop it wobbling around. Going for 6 minutes here, so that's 7-minute flight time, I think. Probably accurate. Just want to stop the video a second here, just so we have something you'll learn as a reviewer. You can do an entire flight, and then because you're not flown it before, its LVC kicks in and it cuts the video and it's corrupt and everything is lost. I can see this becoming a popular thing, the folding model. Isn't it funny? We have the Mavic and then everything's folding. We have the Session 5 come out, and all of the HD cameras for models have to become that format. You know, we have the new Runcam 3, and also Fox Zero coming out with one too. I hope I get to try those. I think this is recording in a 4:3 format. I'll have to check that out on the computer. It's been flying a good 7 minutes now. Funny, usually they overestimate the flight time. Looks like they've underestimated it with this one. Good on them. More people should do that. Doesn't feel like it's losing power now though. So I hope we're gonna see an LVC, or is it just gonna fall out the sky? Usually these models self-land themselves. It's still going. Pretty impressive. $50 is all you've got, and you've got a phone. Looks like it's landing itself now. No, was that a landing? Its LVC has kicked in for sure, so I can't tell. I don't think it does land itself, guys. I think it's just gonna run out of power. So how about I hit that landing button? See how well it lands. Is it going to stop the motors? Or do I have to bring the throttle down? Motor's still going. Let's stop the recording. How do you stop it? Oh, there we go, out to the side. So there you go, that is my review of the Skytech TK110 Wi-Fi FPV. You know, it's not going to be the best experience, but it could definitely get you into the hobby. I'll put a link in the description if you wish to get one. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.